almost.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to tea time.
Good morning. That's how you say it? Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. Tell me what I have a little bit more bubble. What are you drinking this morning?
Hot water.
Hot water? You're the only person I know that drinks hot water like that.
Yes, hot water. Because I don't like um drinking the regular water, and they say it's good to have a glass of water when you get up in the morning.
Yeah,
So
but
I just drink a glass of hot water.
well, I give you applause because I can't just drink plain hot water. Ooh,
Oh,
it just tastes weird, feels weird. Oh, so
it's
well.
healthy.
Good morning, everyone. Today's Thursday. We're one day closer to the weekend. Oh, I hope you guys are ready. It'll be good to have the weekend to relax, to rest. We got things to do. I said everyone becomes active, but uh, that's my time when it's busy. So, what's going on? How was your day yesterday after you started your morning? Oh,
My day was good. I spent the day rearranging my office and rearranging my storage room, and I need to finish my storage room. So that's what I
okay.
spent the day doing. So I worked, and then I had something to do in the night, and I think that's it.
Oh, not bad. I cooked, as you saw. Don't fight me, oh. Don't fight me, oh. I cooked. I did some rearranging of some stuff, getting some things organized for the weekend. I have a few events and things to do, and shopping, and then I just kind of relaxed, and I kind of went to bed early, so I woke up really early this morning because I knew I had a long day today. I have my guy baby, then was taking care of some stuff, so it's gonna be a long day today. So I had to make sure I get rest early to be up early to come see you guys. So, yesterday we had the debate and everything like that for the VP. Hope you guys got to watch it. Um, I went to bed early, so I missed it. I'm gonna
I did
rewatch
not.
it.
I didn't get to watch it because me too. I went to do something, so I didn't get to watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch it tonight. So I can see their perspectives. And let's see. They open back up. We're on phase three. If you guys aren't watching the news and keeping up with what's going on, we have phase three is official today. So restaurants can open to 75% capacity, and every indoor and outdoor venue can open up to 50% capacity. So this is like right before we get to full capacity state. So we'll see how things go. Hopefully they go well, you know, but cases are rising because people still aren't using precautions. So,
So, are
with
you
that being
saying
said,
that we're able to have events?
yeah, we're able to accommodate more people at venues. They're
How
at
many
50%.
more?
So
How
they're
much
at
more?
50%. So it depends on the venue space. It's 50% capacity. Before it was only 25%. Now it's 50% indoor or outdoor. So if they could hold 300 people, now they can hold up to 150. So
Sounds phenomenal.
that sounds good, right?
I like that sound.
Yeah. So
Yes,
hopefully,
I like the
things-
sound of that.
yes, things stay like that. And yeah, I think that's about it for that part. So today's topic we're gonna talk about. You guys ready? Monday we talked about. I mean Tuesday we talked about transitioning. Um, Yesterday we talked about the journey. We did dance all life versus church life, and what was yesterday's topic? Oh gosh, it's gone.
Yesterday we did a continuation transitioning from dancehall to Christianity
And your
and
circle.
how to change your circle. So this morning we're going to talk about avoiding distractions.
Yes.
I didn't choose the topic, people. I'm just a guest.
Ah, well, I chose the topic because I think in everything you're doing, you have to be alert for distractions. And
Hmm.
tell me if I'm wrong. You ever see when you try to get something done, that's the time when your phone is ringing, messages are coming in,
We,
or anything in life. If you say, I'm going this way, everything wants to pull you back that way. Distractions. What would you say is the things that you find that distract you the most when you're trying to accomplish a task?
well, see, here's the thing, I'm not perfect,
Uh,
but I've learned to discipline myself to not allow things to distract me when I'm doing something. I'm very rigid, or they call it rigid, when it
yes.
comes to getting things. I think everybody knows that about me by now, that I'm very rigid and I'm very forceful when it comes to getting things done. And so I don't find that I get distracted easily. What I find happen is because I'm so rigid and so trying to stay on it, I get frustrated easily if somebody tries to distract me with anything.
Hmm.
But before distractions, I used to just deal with it by going to the club. It's true. That's what I used to do. Once I get distracted, I'm like, okay, this is too much. So West Indian Club is open and all white is keeping, so I'm going just to distract my
So you
mind from whatever is happening
would
around me.
break the distraction.
Pardon me?
You would find something to break the distraction
Yes,
and just completely divert from the task.
yes.
That was not good. But it happens to a lot of us. And that's what the important thing is, to realize the distractions as they come in. See, a lot of times when we're preparing to do something, we'll set plans and guidelines in place to accomplish the task. And then when a distraction come in, instead of dealing with it and moving on in a timely manner, we tend to let it consume and overtake what we're doing. So say for example, I know I have to cook and I have a catering order today. Someone calls me with the issue on the phone. I stop what I'm doing to deal with them. I've taken time from my deadline to get my order completed. Then I'm rushing. Then that's when mistakes happen. You start, oh, I forgot to do this. I burned something on the stove. I don't have enough. Now I have to stop, go to the store, get more. Listen, it happened to me. I'm like doing something, somebody calls me. I'm like, I can't talk now. And they're like, please, please, it's important. I gotta, and I'm like, okay, what's up? And then like I turn my back for a second, I turn around, I'm like, oh my God. Then I have to stop. I had to go back to the store. And that time taken away from what you're doing, sometimes you don't get the task done on time. You don't meet your deadline. And then you're mad and upset at the person, but you should be at yourself. Because what we don't do a lot of times, why distractions happen when they happen and they consume us, is we don't realize that it's in a distraction.
You don't realize that the issue at the moment is a distraction because of the simple fact that maybe it's a person
Mm-hmm.
that you're close to, like a family member, or maybe it's your mom or your dad or your brother. Distractions to me are always done or with somebody that is close, and they
Exactly.
never need help until you start doing something that is very, very important to you. The minute you say, I'm going to start looking for something in my closet that I need, that's when your mom says, oh, can you please go to the store to get some Tylenol? You didn't know I need Tylenol an hour ago before I start digging in my closet?
Or you're in the middle of
And what
doing
you're looking for in the closet is very, very important. You know what I'm saying? Very, very important. So that's why for me, distractions, they're not healthy. Um, and it keeps you in one position. As a matter of fact, it keeps you in that place where you are really stagnant when you are distracted. But staying focused and staying on task is very important. And a lot of times life distracts us. That's like our biggest distraction. Life distracts us. Hey, Cassandra, good morning. Good morning, Janice. Yeah, shout out to TLC Janice. Hey, Cassandra. So you life distracts us. The bills come in and you're distracted. Your husband, your partner is not acting right. It distracts your mind. You don't have enough money in your bank account. It distracts your mind. Your products is not selling fast enough. It distracts you. And when things like that begin to happen, you start having, after the distractions, you start having depression.
Yep.
You start feeling like nothing is working, nothing is coming together. And I
Anxiety.
find that that is the time that you really, really, really need to be pushing harder. That works
Mm.
for me. The moment when things is getting ready to fall apart and break, that's the moment where you see me hammering away at things.
Now, what if I'm a person who don't really know how to push? What would you suggest for someone like me? Like, I know that, okay, when people start coming in and like calling and talking to me, and I'm like, okay, I know I have to get this done, but I don't want to seem rude or ignore. And then how do I get back that focus to make sure that that distraction
Well,
doesn't hinder what
first
I
you
need?
must identify that the thing or the person is a distraction.
Okay.
You must first identify that that is a distraction. That's number one.
Good morning, Charlotte. Uh-huh.
And then number two, make sure that you're not going to offend the person by letting them know, listen, I really don't have the time to conversate with you right now. I'm a little busy, so can I call you back? So make sure that you're not offending that person. Good morning, Sister Ayanga. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you're not doing that. That's number two. Because a lot of times we tend to be, I know I have done it, where I'm so busy and I'm so focused on what I'm doing that I offend my dad. He'll call me and I said, Dad, I really can't talk right now. And he really wanted to talk to me. And it wasn't a distraction. You see what I'm saying? But to
Right.
me, I'm like, I can't because I'm focused on doing something. So you want to make sure that that's not happening. And then, and it all is happening in a split second, by the way. It's not a long drawn out thing. It's happening
No.
like immediately, right?
And like
Making
you
that
said,
sound decision to
right.
not be distracted by identifying the distractor. And once you identify the distractor, then you deal with it. Don't fall into depression. So if your bills are distracting you, take action on the bills. Go see a credit repair person to assist you on how to pay your bills, fix your credit. Go see a financial advisor to assist you on how to save your money. Go see Patrice Dixon, Jennifer Tom. There's so many people on Facebook, Tiffany,
Exactly.
Tavy. There's so many people on social media that that is in our community that you can reach out to ask for assistance in getting your finances in order. Or you could inbox the Entrepreneur Prayer Breakfast Club. Latoya is here. She will assist you. We're not charging you. You understand what I'm saying? So that's one. Number two, if you're in a relationship and the husband or the man is a distraction to your growth or to your business, have a conversation with him and say, listen, you are distracting me. Be nice. Don't start yelling, women. And men, if the women are distracting you,
Oh,
don't
men
start
too.
abusing the woman.
Anyways.
Let's flip the script now. Men, if the women are distracting you from what you want to do, don't start abusing that woman. Sit down and talk with her and give her the opportunity to express, and you express, and you guys conversate about it and come to a mutual agreement. And then
Exactly.
if you cannot come to an agreement, go to a pastor, go see a life coach, go see a counselor.
You guys feel free to tune in and leave your comments. We're talking about avoiding distractions. So don't be afraid to tell us what your distractions are, what hinders you from reaching your goals. Um, one distraction I find a lot of times that people don't realize is their own self distraction. Because if you're not careful, you yourself can be your distraction. You can be doing it. And one of the main distractions that we have within ourselves is procrastination. That is the number one distraction we have. We have a task to complete. We know the time it needs to be done, but we find 101 other things to do than that task. We start,
Yes.
we
So
stop,
seeing that
stop.
you're bringing up this conversation this morning, I will deal with you after this call.
Ah,
Aye. Ah. Because you see, it's so easy for us to say it, but in
hmm
reality, most of us make it so difficult to get it done. And so you find that we lose our sense of direction when we are distracted by ourselves.
You know,
Procrastination may be it for you, but not everyone.
oh no, not
Some
everyone.
people may be that they are just inconsistent
Hold
with
on.
doing certain things.
One of our guests, Janice Parker, she says, being consistent in life. She says, yes, it says in the Bible, Matthew 7, go to an elder. Maybe that's someone you can refer to for assistance. But she also said being consistent in life, which is what you're talking about now. The consistency of getting things done and actually following through in the same manner. Do not start something and don't continue it the same way because we do that a lot. We'll start strong, we get excited about something, and then we just like let it go by the wayside, and we don't stay
And
focused.
that comes in when life throws in the wrenches. That comes in when life throws in the wrenches. When situations arise and circumstances rise up in your personal life and start to affect your mindset, affect your peace, the distractions begin to occur at that moment. And then you start saying to yourself, what is really going on with me, not realizing that you are defocused. You're not you're not on it. You're not
Exactly.
on scrolling Facebook,
Good morning, Miss
Facebook,
Martin.
hmm,
Facebook
and
is acting
everything
up today.
on it, you know, is affecting you. And then if you have children, your distractions affect them because they know something is wrong.
And you know what? The people around you, they can tell when you're distracted because a lot of times we show it in the way we act. Get flustered. We can get very angry because I'm irritated because I'm not able to do what I need to do in a timely fashion. So I would get upset because it's not getting done how I want it. I'm not able to get see this, like I need this done now and it's not done. So now everyone is feeling my wrath because I can't get what I need to do done, and I have to now find another way or another venue to go through to get that task completed. And I'm like, I don't want to go through all this. And then I start giving other people that negative energy because I'm upset. So
And when
for
and
me,
once you start giving out that energy, you lose your friends,
yep.
you lose your business partners, you lose your colleagues, you
You lose your
you lose people from around you because you're giving out that energy. And um, then everything around you starts to ricochet, and the foundation in which you were standing on starts to crumble. So it's best to recognize the distractions or the distractor right away,
exactly.
right? It's like when you buy turmeric at the store and you're gonna wash it and grate it. When you buy the turmeric is brown. When you grate the turmeric and dry it, it looks brown.
Hmm.
But when you put it into water,
It looks orange.
it starts to look like curry powder.
Uh-huh. A yellow
And
greenish
that's how
color.
distractions work. They look like you and it is the same complexion, but then when you really, really, really decipher through it, it's not. It's a distraction. It's not like the coconut that when you break it open inside, it's white. When you grate it, it's white. When you juice it to get juice, it's white. When you pour the water out of it, it's white. But when you look at the turmeric, it's completely different. That's how distractions are.
They start one way, they look one way, but then by the end, there's something completely different. And you usually don't recognize that distraction until the end. And that is the thing that we want people to start to recognize. As soon as you see a shift in what you're doing or the task that you're trying to complete, recognize that that is probably a distraction. And then you need to make sure you take that time to address it. Do not procrastinate or delay dealing with something because you're like, I got to focus. I don't have time for that right now. That is one of our biggest mistakes because that thing is just going to keep coming back. Someone's calling and you don't answer the phone, and they call like every 5 minutes they're calling. Now they're distracting your mind from what you're focusing on. Pick up the phone and be like, "Hey, is everything okay?" They'll tell you, "Yeah, everything's fine. I'm just trying to get you because da 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 da." Okay, well, I'm taking care of something important. As soon as I'm finished my task, I will call you back. Because maybe what if it's an
If you're
important phone
watching
call?
this live, if you're watching this live and you have a distraction that or something that is distracting you, comment below how do you deal with your distraction. Give us some examples. Janice says being consistent in life. Hi Debbie, good morning. Hey mom.
Good
And do
morning,
us a
Jackie.
favor, go on to the Entrepreneur Prayer Breakfast Club and like, follow. Please share this video out on your Facebook page as well. We're talking about distractions for those that are just joining. Distractions, what distracts you? Melon Martin says that's true about the turmeric. It's true. Pick up the phone, say hello, how may I help you? And if the person is not sounding like they want to say something that is going to benefit your life, then please hang up the phone. Don't try to create a conversation. Please share this live, Melon, Janice, share this live, Mom, share this live, because people need to hear
Good
this.
morning,
People
Jackie.
really need to hear this topic. Do not be distracted by the things that are not benefiting you,
Important.
because every person that comes in your life, they have their own self-interest, and their self-interest is not beneficial to you at all. Let me just bust the sea wide open. Because a lot of times we think that because you're calling my phone and we're cool, then guess what? We are friends, so you're not distracting me. Oh, yes, you are. You're taking too much of my time. You're burning too much of my energy. And I had to realize that. Distractions.
You see, people don't understand it's not just your inner circle of your family. It can be your friends, it can be yourself. There's different ways that distraction can come in. One distraction you should be very mindful of is the energy you put into things that are not conducive to your well being. That is
Amen.
also, you will take time to keep going out there doing this task over and over and over again, but that task isn't helping you to grow. Like, I cater. I'm not going to go learn about machinists and all that. I'm going to take a class in baking skill, maybe fondant rolling, maybe take an extra sauce class to learn new recipes or fresh herbs, different type of herbs and how to use them or infuse them. I'm going to take something that enhances what I'm trying to accomplish or my skill set. A lot of times we put energy into things and people that are a distraction to our well-being. I know I want to focus on financial, like say I'm going to use just for example, TLC. She's going to try to reach out to people, to other people in TLC, to find out, like, leaders, what are they doing. I'm going to study some of the things that they do in order to draw in customers to sell my products. I'm going to read and learn and study more about my products to see what they contain so I can explain to people better, the benefits of them. I'm not going to be distracted by you who don't want to know nothing about the business, you don't care about it. I don't have time for that. So you have to be mindful of where you put your energy and
And
how
that
it
is key. That is key. A lot of times we divulge into things that are not going to help us to grow, and we become so distracted by that divulsion. If we go swimming, I don't swim. Can you imagine I was born in the Caribbean island and I don't swim? Hmm.
you're not the only one though. I can
And I have a reason why I don't swim, And that's a traumatic experience that I need to work on and get over. Now that I'm thinking about it, I need to really work on it. And so your way of doing things, Takesha, is different from my way of doing things. It's different from Janice's way. It's different from Debbie's way. It's different from everybody's way. Everybody have their own unique way of doing things. But one thing that we all have in common is a brain. And
Yep.
one thing we all have in common is choices. Choices. God gave us our self will to choose right from wrong. First thing again, identify that the cup of tea or the cup or whatever is distracting you, and then get rid of it. But what we do is we become so attached,
To that cup of tea.
so attached to the cup, so attached emotionally that we don't know how to cut the umbilical cord. We don't know when our time is up. You got to know when to cut it and say, listen, enough is enough. I had enough of this conversation and I got to go. I'm very good at doing that. If I'm talking to you and the conversation is not helping you or me, I find something else and I got to go.
Do you find also that the distraction causes you to draw from other important resources you have to put into that distraction?
Yes.
Because sometimes you have a task to complete and someone will come and be like, hey, I need you to do this. Now you stop to focus on getting that task done. You have to call this person, you have to draw from something else you have to give into that, which you may need for yourself, but because now you're distracted, you're putting into that. You're giving it away.
You need energy from somewhere. Like you guys see every morning, I always talk about when I go live with Latoya sometimes or by myself, I talk about my NutriBurst, right? And I have that every single morning. That's my energy booster. You need energy from somewhere. But throughout the day now, if I'm not walking, if I'm not usurping my energy that I'm gathering from my NutriBurst, then I become tired and cranky. So
Yep.
I draw my energy from there as well as prayer. You know, people draw energy from different places. The moment you find that people are drawing your energy and misusing your energy, that also is a distraction.
Yes.
That's something that we do all the time. We call somebody and we drain their energy, and then we become stronger and leaving that
And they're
person very tired, mentally drained and distracted. So
unload.
pay close attention to your distractors. Close attention. Hi, Dad. Good morning. Pay close attention to your distractors. Anything that easily besets you is a distraction. Anything that easily besets you, whether it's
Whether it's you or
Facebook.
Facebook, right? I know. But as you were saying, whether it's a person, yourself,
Or a
or
thing.
or a thing, it can be a distraction. The main thing is identifying the distraction. So, like I was saying before, anything that disturbs or shifts the atmosphere about what you're doing or pulls you away from your task being completed, identify that that may very well is a distraction and address it. Don't let it fester. And then now, how are you going to deal with it? How are you going to get back in the groove of being refocused? Because sometimes when you adhere to those distractions, guess what? You lose your task that you're trying to complete. You don't get that thing done that you're focused on. You've probably spent months working on something, trying to get it correct. It's like when you've got a business deal, you've researched, you've met with the clients, you've done this, you've done that. But because you were distracted by other things when they were trying to meet with you, they just went with someone else. They just looked at you didn't have the time. When I needed you to have time to meet to finalize, you didn't follow through at the very end.
And
So you spend months focusing on getting.
that's why I learned this long ago before I even started doing business. I learned that time is equivalent to currency. Time
Yes.
is equivalent to currency. This is why um, Jennifer used to say, "Oh my God, coach." She used to always close her eyes and be like, "Oh my God, coach." And I'm like, "Jen, what is it? Do you have to be so hard when it comes to time?" She used to ask me that all the time. And I'm like, "Jen, why are you asking me that?" And so now she's not late to an appointment because she remembered. And she said, "Coach, you know what? You're right. Because when you meet with other nations, they are on time.
Yep.
And the time is allotted 30 minutes. And believe you me, they're not going over a second because it's equivalent to their money. Because it distracts them from earning more money because you're keeping up another client's time. That's a topic that I need to go over again. Time is equivalent. If you don't get anything out of this today, remember that time is equivalent to your currency. So the time that you invest in a conversation, you're losing money. The time that you invest in a task that is not helping you, you're losing
Bringing
money.
value.
Think of it that way.
Oh, faithful. Come on.
The time that you are investing in having, dinner with your friends for 4 or 5 hours talking about nothing when you could be on YouTube, on Facebook, on the internet hustling, you're losing money. You're losing money. So think about it as time is equivalent to currency. And the things that distracts you, if they're not putting money in your pocket, get rid of them. Get rid of them. It could be friends, family members. You could, like Papa said, just give them a spoon from over here. You don't have to go and wash the spoon and give it to them close and personal. You could just wash the spoon and give it to them, stretch it from afar. Arm's length. You stay over there and I'm over here because you are taking up too much of my time. Hey, Tamisha.
Someone was saying when you have a business, you find that outside people support you more than your family and your close friends because your family and friends they know you, so they expect discounts for you to shortchange them. But then people outside, hold on, some people say that. Some people say that, and then but they say they find if a customer comes and they tell them the price, they don't beat them down. Just know that you have to know the worth and the value of what you have and what you present. In the process, when you have people coming to you and they're calling you like, "Hey, I need this done." This is one of the things I had to learn to deal with in my business was people would call me, "Hey, um, I want to order this, but I only have this." Well, that doesn't meet your budget of what you want. And then they would want to go back and forth, and create this long monologue of, "Oh, can't you just take $5 off of that or take $10 off of that?" You're wasting my time because my ability to get the task done, why are you wasting my time trying to cut and shortchange me? Now I'm gonna lose money because I'm gonna go above and beyond for you, and then you wouldn't want the same thing for yourself. That's the distraction too. Knowing that these
But you
people
see,
need to
that's because that's because we as business owners, we do not value our products and our services. So how can our family members, how can our friends value what we don't value? How can they appreciate something that we de-appreciate? And people are not blind, they can see. So that's why it's important day one, when you start
not to
doing
distract
anything
you.
at all, pay attention to your behavior, my behavior. Pay attention to your behavior, the way how you handle and counteract in your business and in life, because you teach people how to treat you.
Treat you. Yes, you do. So if you keep
If
treating me,
I
then
tell
I'll
you,
do it.
call me at 5, I said 5, and you don't, let Jennifer tell you, and you don't call me at 5. When you call me 5 minutes after 5, most of the times I don't answer my phone because we had an appointment for 5 o'clock. I'm a stickler for time. And I believe that if I don't teach you how to treat me, you will consistently do the same thing over and over. And that's what causes relationships to be torn down to the extent where you got to give them that long distance love. Because you have your way of doing things and I have my way of doing things. And you got to come to a mutual agreement where respect is on the table.
And you know
Oh,
what? When you do,
conversation.
they go,
Melon Martin says, yes, long distance love. And then she says, yes,
mm,
learn to value yourself first, then they will value you.
exactly.
Learn to value yourself first, and they will value you. Because the value
Because
that,
sometimes you
okay,
have
I
to
went to St.
mm,
Kitts, right? I traveled to minister to preach about 2 or 3 years ago. And while I was there, before I left, they packed the staff packed my suitcase for me. And she took this picture of me outside on her cell phone. And it's just a regular picture. I just finished ministering and I'm hot. And what I didn't know that gifts were in my luggage until I got home and emptied my luggage. And I like a day later. And for me now, I appreciate this cup. So it has become my favorite teacup in the morning. And so I called and I told her, thank you so much for making my teacup. I love it. The reason why I was able to get gifts is because they appreciate and they value what I left and invested in them. To the point where every year they call for me to come back, because after we finished doing everything, I sat with them, had dinner with them, and imparted life into them, encouraged them to do more, to do greater, to do better. So they valued my time. Because they valued my time that I spent with them, they want me to come back. A lot of us, a lot of us, we don't know how to impart and help somebody and let go. We want to hold on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. You don't need all of that. You don't
yeah,
need
no,
all of
you
that.
don't.
Learn to walk away. You have good distractions and you have bad distractions. If you're in a relationship and your husband is distracting you,
Ooh,
who? Women,
mm. A
please,
whole nother
let us
topic.
tone it down. We won't have this conversation this morning because we won't stop. Please, just let us calm down Let us calm down. And men, when the women are distracting you, please just calm down. Take it easy because you guys have to go back to sleep in the same bed. You have to have breakfast at the same table. You have to have dinner at the same table. And you guys have to share the same bank account and the same money. Okay? We won't have that conversation. Please like and share this video. Go to the Entrepreneur Prayer Breakfast Club and click the like button and send someone over. Each and every morning, 5 days a week, we are here live with tea time with myself and Tekesha. On Mondays at 8 p.m., we have the empowerment talk with myself and Lati. And on Wednesdays, we have lunch with Tekesha Live. And yesterday, we had Miss Bonda on live. I didn't get to watch Miss Bonda yesterday, so I'm gonna have to go back and look because I was busy doing something. She comes on at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and she talks about dynamic health and how mental health is affecting our generation, right? And then on
Mm-hmm.
Saturday mornings, we have Gary Parrish, live from Kingston, Jamaica. Gary's Motivation. He's very popular in Jamaica. A lot of people knows him. Designs souvenir crafts. So if you travel, you can call him up and say, "Hey, I'm in Jamaica and I would like a piece um, to take back home for souvenir, keychains, plaques, you name it. He designs and they're beautiful. I like them. Then in the evening, yay, we have our new partner, Miss Brooke Bell. She
What's
will be teaching
up?
on customer service. Ooh, I can't wait because as business owners, we need it. As people, we
We
need
need
to
that.
learn to be courteous. If you guys want to learn proper etiquette, just call me up. We have some classes, 8 week classes that's coming up, and we're starting some of them this Saturday. So come on down. Just give us a call, and we have our etiquette classes.
Let's
Shout outs to you,
go.
Debbie, for listening. You need to go to sleep. Also, on other announcements, if you reside in the city of Hartford, Connecticut, and you are late on paying your bills and you need help, energy assistance is available at CRT. Don't be embarrassed. Go and apply. Yesterday, I learned that they had food share on Edgewood Street.
That was
I
yesterday.
believe.
I
Yes,
didn't know.
yesterday they had food share on Edgewood Street. So those are the
They also
announcements.
no. There's
This is
also
tea
food sharing
time.
coming up.
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
It froze. Oh, the it kind of froze. Hartford is united. They're having a community food distribution. So on October 15th, and all of these days are from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's gonna be at 319 Barber Street on October 15th. That's the next one. And then October 22nd, it'll be at 250 Isotope Ave. Isotope Ave. I'll post these as well. And on the 28th, it'll be at the same address, 250 High Soap Ave. And then on October 29th, it'll be at 2500 Main
Oh,
Street. And
Hyssop
these are
Have.
all in
That's on the
Hartford.
south end. Hyssop Avenue is on the south end of Hartford. That's over
Yes.
there by Van Block Avenue, off of Buckingham, over on that side, closer to downtown. Okay, so my dad says that was my first lesson with my CPA. Yeah, if you don't remember anything today, remember time is equivalent to your currency. So stop wasting time on achieving your goals. Stop wasting time on getting married. Stop wasting time on having children. Stop wasting time. Time is no longer available to us where we can manipulate it. If you notice, you go to bed and as soon as you lay your head down, the sun is up and you'll be at work and before you know it, it's time to go home. By the time you make supper for your kids, it's time to go to bed. It's up again. So time is no longer waiting on nobody. When we were growing up, to me, it seemed like I was taking forever to reach 30. And next thing I know, boom, it's here. So appreciate your time and allow no one to mistreat your time. If you reside in Hartford again, come on down to 205 Bellevue Street tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Or come out on a Tuesday night for 1 hour. We have Bible discussions. 205 Bellevue Street, right here in Hartford off Main Street. Bible discussion. Right now, we're talking about unforgiveness. We just sit down and have a conversation. It's a conversation. So come on down and learn something. Wear your mask if you want to, bring your sanitizer. We're talking about unforgiveness because a lot of us deal with unforgiveness. All right. Let's see. Debbie says, good morning.
Good morning.
Cassandra hit it and left. All right. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Join us tomorrow morning for Road Beat. We will be hitting the streets tomorrow morning to catch all the early birds on their way to work at 8 a.m. And Tekesha probably is going to be busy, but I will be out in the street in the morning and going outside to meet and greet the people that's been supporting the movement. All right, tomorrow's Friday, right?
Yeah, tomorrow's Friday.
Tomorrow is Friday. She's shaking her head, which means that she's not coming. So catch me tomorrow morning outside for Road Beat. I will be asking questions, and you Jamaicans out there that don't know your history, answer them. Melon Martin, thank you for commenting and sharing the live. We appreciate you over here. We got Melon, we got Janice, David, we got Rohan Bailey. Thank you all so much for tuning in on the Entrepreneur Prayer Breakfast Club. And
Thank
again,
you.
people, boost your energy. Don't give it away.
Have a wonderful day. See you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow for tea time.
Ah, cheers.
Goodbye.